The art of photography is such a valuable one, and its benefits in mental health, storytelling, and culture are so important. Photography's underrepresentation in the classroom is destroying what it means to be a photographer. Whether you see photography as a real art or sort of cheap, low-effort in-between, its images have changed the world, and its process has changed my life. Hi, I'm Charlie Gallup, and today I'm going to be teaching you about photography. Since roughly 60% of the whole world has access to cameras, and only 0.22% of all graduates learn about it, I'm going to give you a few key ways that you can open your eyes up to the beautiful world around us and start your photographic journey. Alright, so next we're going to talk about framing. Framing is part of the photography process where the photographer really chooses what he wants to leave in and what he wants to leave out of the picture. So essentially, it's the photographer choosing what he wants the picture to look like and what he wants his audience to feel. So look at the second picture of that girl. Surely there's more in the frame that the photographer had to kind of cut out, but by leaving all of that out and leaving her as the only subject in the picture, it gives us a picture of sort of lonely feel with her just standing there at the end of the hallway looking out the window. And now I can show you some examples of framing that I've done. Alright, so here's the picture of non-framing, just kind of standing at the top. Doesn't really invoke any sort of emotion or anything like that, but once you get in low and kind of sort of direct the subject, you can get a more kind of dynamic, more beautiful image where I can tell the audience exactly what I want them to see. And this way, this is how real photography is done. So here's another one where I kind of start at the top and it's just not all that good, and once you kind of get down low into the picture, in the real photography stance, you've got this more beautiful image where an unfamiliar angle kind of puts you in sort of a jungle feel. This one starts out as a pretty bad picture where you don't even really tell what the building is, and then once you get closer you can see all the beautiful brick patterns. And so this is another perfect example of staging where I really have to do a lot of work in cutting out and kind of isolating my subjects. Like here, there's not much distraction with the small brick wall in the background and a lot of focus on my two dandelions that I was really pushing to focus on. And this leads us into our next strategy, the rule of thirds. The rule of thirds is essentially a framing strategy where you're trying to put the subject or subjects on the grid lines, the corners of the grid lines. So see where the dandelions are right now, that's where you want your subjects to be because it draws the most attention. So here's more examples of that. So our next topic is leading lines. Leading lines are a compositional technique where human-made or natural lines lead the viewer's eyes through the photograph to the subject or the heart of the image. So we can look at the example above us. Your eyes kind of start at the dog or a little bit before him, and then they follow all the way back to the end. So leading lines kind of tell you where to look and tell you like a little bit of a story, like what the photographer wants you to feel when you're seeing this. Feels like your dog's also coming at you, but there's also like a long journey that he's been through. And now we're going to look at a few examples of leading lines photography that I have done. Alright, so this one plays a little bit in two fields. The lamppost is applying the rule of thirds with that lamppost kind of drawing your eye into the left third side of the picture. And then the lights and the street are kind of leading you down towards the end of the image, creating like kind of the dusk and kind of mysterious element I was going for. Here's the next example. The tire marks, the streetlights, and the bend in the road is kind of leading you down towards the end of the picture, which is satisfying to the eye and kind of creating a mysterious, a little bit dark element. In this one, the dirt path kind of takes you from the lower part of the image to the big mountain where I kind of wanted the eyes to go. This one was a really unique one. So your eyes kind of start on the stormtrooper and then go to the flame, and then kind of the lines of the roof or the shingles and then the gutter kind of lead you down towards the image, which I was trying to use to create like a simulated like journeyman type experience. Thank you for watching, and I hope you take an interest in the art I love so much.